going on, guys? Back again with another live stream. Big thanks for click and play on this video. Let's get to the chat real quick. We got Comic Man Andy. What is going on, Andy? He says he's got to eat dinner real quick because I'm going live twice on this channel tonight. This is just the standard Tuesday night live stream, but here in about 1 hour or so, we're going to have Tubular Turtle Tuesday or whatever Chad lets me borrow from his previous Turtle videos, Turtle Tuesdays, Turtle Talk, whatever. But we're going to be talking TMNT, the IDW ongoing volumes 2 and 3. So cannot wait for that. Been waiting a long time to get a group together and read that thing. So really looking forward to that. So thanks for hopping in, Andy. But yeah, I don't have a whole heck of a lot to show off reading-wise because it has been a busy vacation so far. And yeah, I've been doing a lot of video gaming lately compared to reading. And the reading I've been doing has been for other people's shows. So I've been reading a lot of The Boys. Got a chance to review The Boys on Modern Men last night, along with the TV series a little bit. So read a couple volumes of that last night. I think the book holds up as being better so far, but we'll see, as the show goes on and as I read the series, which one I like the best overall. So far, I'd say Billy Butcher is far better served in the comic book as well as like the ancillary characters, but we'll see. But we got some more people hopping in here, so we'll go ahead and shout them out. We got Southern Comic Geek. What is going on, man? This guy's been collecting a lot of TMNT as well lately, so check out his stuff. His Stay Puft 1983. What is going on? Big shout out to Stay Puft Sean for having me on his channel once again this Saturday. If you guys tuned into that and are tuning in, this is probably going to be some spoilers from his show on Saturday. Some original art I have obtained over the weekend. But yeah, big thanks once again for Stay Puft for having me over there. Chris Bear, I'm not even going to read that comment, man. You're in the wrong place if you don't want to talk turtles. And then we got K. Titus. Konnichiwa, my friend. What is going on? Hello, all the way from Japan. So like I said, I've been doing some more gaming. I didn't get this until yesterday in the mail, though, so I got Super Mario 3D All-Stars for the Switch. Looking forward to finally getting a chance to maybe playing Mario 64. I never played Mario 64 when it came out. But the two I played on here were Galaxy and Sunshine. The only one I didn't hate Sunshine. It was just a little bit more difficult than the other two in here. But yeah, Galaxy, I just wanted some Mario Galaxy maybe, and you get the other two games as a bonus. So looking forward to playing that this weekend, or this week, I should say, because my vacation is now, and I have to work this weekend. Not too thrilled about that, but it is what it is. You got to pay the bills, and at least I won't have to work 20 days in a row to make up for it. So yeah. And then I beat the Avengers game on PS4. Pretty fun experience. The story was honestly better than I thought it'd be. Got to be honest. If you ever played the game Destiny and like the Avengers, this game was specifically made for you in mind. I think they completely ripped off Destiny for this game. And it has a better story than Destiny, in my opinion, because, hey, comic books, Avengers, we all love that, right? So, yeah, I ended up beating that. I'll probably keep playing the multiplayer side of that. So, been doing a lot of gaming lately and a lot of TV watching. Been binge watching a lot of Doctor Who. Got through the Peter Capaldi stuff. He might be my new favorite Doctor. David Tennant for the longest time was my favorite Doctor, but after seeing Peter Capaldi, I think I saw a comment section somewhere that said he may be the best just plain actor to play the Doctor, and I kind of agree with that. So, yeah, I highly recommend it. But let's get, you guys are here for the comics. Let's show off some comic books I found over the last 7 days, basically. So I made 2 trips up to the half-price books right over here where it's close to me, and I actually visited the one that's about an hour away from me, and I'll explain why I was an hour away earlier, but we'll go ahead and get into the local pickups first. So I found this whole stack here for 20 cents last week. I found this copy of God Country issue number 2. It is I think this is around the time Image was doing a lot of cover tributes to the first run Image stuff. I think Invincible did Youngblood, and then God Country did Savage Dragon by Eric Larson. So not only did I find one copy of this for 20 cents, I got a second copy for 20 cents, And I found a third copy all for 20 cents. So I figured, why wouldn't I just go ahead and pick all these up? So I got 3 copies of this, variant cover for a total of 60 cents. Thought that was a pretty awesome find. I'll definitely be putting that in the upcoming giveaway. So I'll go ahead and just take this one off the top and put it in the priority box. Next up, we got some Worlds Collide. So Worlds Collide was a 90s crossover where DC crossed over with the Milestone universe, which was a great way for a young reader like me to get to know the Milestone stuff. Otherwise, I probably would have not picked up too much of the Milestone stuff because, number one, my shop didn't really order all that much from Milestone, so I had no idea who these characters were. But the one I found was Steel issue number 6. So, of course, I was getting Steel. I was subscribed to Steel, Superboy, and all the Superman books. But the reason I picked it up, of course, 20 cents for a DC Universe variant. Very happy with that. So, yeah, I love me the Worlds Collide stuff from the early 90s. And then not only did I find that issue for 20 cents, I found issue 9 of Steel as well. Another DC Universe variant. So slowly collecting as many of these DCU variants as I could find. But yeah, absolutely love Steel. He doesn't get enough love in the world there. One of the best characters for my childhood for sure. I had to get this. George Perez, one of the best for sure. Don't usually collect this late run of Titans, but this new Titans Inside Information, issue number 57, once again, is only 20 cents for George Perez. It got a little bit of tape pull, but luckily it's in the exact right spot, so you have to look real close to see it. But just a beautiful George Perez cover on that one. So had to get that once again for 20 cents. Got this cool Jim Starlin cover on Silver Surfer Warlock Resurrection. So once again, don't usually collect too much 90s Marvel, but I'm slowly getting into this like post-Infinity Gauntlet era of Marvel where you had Ron Lim and Jim Starlin on a lot of Silver Surfer and that stuff. And I've come to appreciate a lot of the work they've done for Marvel. Speaking of Marvel, we got Marvel Age number 14, just a cool John Byrne cover there. How often do you see John Byrne himself drawn onto a cover? Of course, a swipe of FF number 1 there. So I like collecting these older Marvel Ages. They have a certain charm to them, and they're a lot of fun to flip through and stuff like that. You never know what you're really going to find in these. There's a lot of cool like interviews from the 80s and stuff. So I always like picking those up when you can get them for dirt cheap. And then the last 20-cent find on that particular trip was this thing. It's called Stupid Heroes. I've never heard of this book, but the name I saw on top sold me on it. Peter Laird's Stupid Heroes. So not too often you see Peter Laird Mirage work besides Turtles. So Turtle fan in me said I had to buy this. So for 20 cents, of course I was going to pick this up. It's Peter Laird. So I'll have to flip through this. It looks like it has, per 90s gimmicks. Of course, it has cards intact. Cinder and Arachnon. No idea who those characters are, but hey, they're stupid heroes, and now I have their cards. So gotta love it when the cards are still intact in your 90s comics. So that was the 20-cent haul I got last week. Let's get into the chat here. See who else we got hopping in. We got Nick Miller. What's going on, man? Nice to see you in the chat. I always like that weird fantasy icon you got there. And then we got Bob World, one of the best the community has to offer. What is going on, Bob? Very happy to see you in the chat today. And then we still got Southern Comic Geek hanging out as well. And, of course, Bad News Chris Barrett, as always, hanging out. Always love seeing Chris Barrett, of course, too. Even though I don't agree with everything he says, like Dr. Seuss instead of the Doctor. No Turtles. Like I said, we're talking Turtles all the time. We're going to talk Turtles later tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on this channel. So enough plugging. Let's get into today's haul I found at Half Price Books. So I just got bored up. I've been trying to at least go like every 7 days to Half Price Books. I don't want to go like twice a week or anything, but I got so bored sitting at home today. I'm just like, I'll go see what they got today. Just get out of the house, go driving around. And, of course, I got a couple more 20-cent stuff. Like, they didn't have a lot of new stuff in the bins, but there's usually one 20-cent bin. I think they just kind of zone everything to the left and then they put everything new in one bin. I've kind of got their strategy, I think, figured out. So I know exactly where to walk up to as soon as I enter the half price books to find newer stuff. So the first newer book I found that only 6 days passed was this Kingdom Come preview edition. So I already have a few of these, but hey, you can never have enough Kingdom Come, right? So you always see the issues, but these free preview editions back in the day, you just don't see around too much for whatever reason. Every time you do, they're usually paired along with, well, Kingdom Come issue 1. I know that's how I think I have my one stored from when I was a kid. I just put them in the same bag and board. But yeah, it kind of gives you some background art and information that probably is reprinted in the Absolute Edition in the back of the volume. So not too many pages here, but I guess technically if you're talking true first, this would probably be the first printed Kingdom Come besides just a plain old ad. I don't know. I don't keep track of weird things like that, but always fun to get these preview editions of one of my all-time favorite reads. Got Gen 13 issue 0. I believe this is technically a B cover. I have the A cover to this somewhere. I don't know if it's under the letter G over here or in my childhood collection. But the reason I wanted to get this, it is an unknown Jim Lee cover, so it doesn't look like it in my opinion. But Jim Lee actually did do this cover. As you can see, it's signed down there, Jim Lee 2002. So right before he did his Batman run, he did this cover basically. So not too many people think of almost one of the last run Gen 13 still having Jim Lee covers, but this one did. So I thought that was very interesting. And here's another cover I didn't know existed until I found it for 20 cents today. This is Battle of the Planets #1. So once again, I think it's almost the exact same era, 2002. And I kind of hate that they cropped the cover on the actual cover, but this is a J. Scott Campbell cover on this. So I had no idea this existed. I probably would have tried to buy this previously, but I always loved me some J. Scott Campbell. I just wish they would have made this the entire cover. I'm not sure why they have to have the black borders on the side. And I know this was kind of like the style on the other covers, but I wish they would have just made this a bit smaller, made this the whole cover. But hey, gotta love any J. Scott Campbell you can find for 20 cents. And then for $1 today, I found a couple dollar pickups, nothing too crazy. Found an Ultimate Comics X-Men #1. So I guess Ultimate X-Men Volume 2, technically. So this is one of the newer ones they added since last week for $1. Found this Teen Titans issue #4 from Rebirth. And the reason I bought this, as you can see, it has a John Boy Myers signature really big on it. So anytime I can get a signed book for $1, usually I'll take it. So yeah, I love me some SIGs. I haven't met John Boy Myers myself, but I do recognize his signature. Thought it was kind of cool. He signed it in white. So yeah, got another signed book for $1 today. And I guess for comparison purposes, his signature is at the very bottom next to that big letter C there. So yeah, thought that was really cool to find. And then the last dollar book I have this week is Impulse 15, which I think I already own this from the 20-cent bins, but it was kind of destroyed. So I went and just got a $1 copy. But once again, it is, I think, one of the later run DC Universe variants. It has like that little box within a box there instead of just being plain DC Universe. So yeah, like I said, anytime I see these DC Universes for $1 or less, most of the time I'm going to go ahead and pick them up. So, and hey, what's not to love about Impulse? You always get a nice Humberto Ramos cover on the earlier end stuff and some great 90s Mark Waid goodness there. So got to love that. We got Chris Barrett says, I'm pretty sure Dr. Tom Prichard will, okay, whatever. And then Nick Miller says, I wish to own that weird fantasy book one day. Yeah, that would, yeah, man, definitely keep a lookout for that stuff. All right. So, like I said, got a few more pickups from when I went up north. I heard Creator was going to be at a comic shop up there. At that comic shop, I already got hit for a few bucks from that artist, so I ended up buying just 2 comics at that shop. So I got a couple of the Alex Ross variants. I'm trying not to collect the whole run because, to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of every one of these portrait variants that Alex Ross has done, but I thought these 2 in particular were really nice. So here is the Incredible Hulk one from Immortal Hulk, number, what is it, 37, I think. I don't know. I just wanted the cover. So as soon as I got home, they went into these nice Mylars. And shout out to Stay Puff for letting me know that Hulk has chest hair on the cover. So I thought that was funny. And then this beautiful giant size X-Men Storm variant. I think this might be the best one of the bunch. I think there is a Phoenix one that I've got pre-ordered through my shop that I think looks pretty good. But this one might be the best of the bunch I've seen so far. So really like that. On the way up north, I stopped at a Walmart, and people have been kind of going a little nuts over these Venom variants. So I picked up a couple of the Venom 25 multi-bag stuff. So you get 3 comics in here. I don't know what the other 2 are. I may or may not open these. We'll see. But I got Venom 25, and then I bought the second one that they had at that Walmart. If nothing else, maybe I'll just open this at some point and then put the rest in the giveaway. Or maybe I'll just give this away as is, because I think at this point people would rather just have the multi-pack. But yeah, I went ahead and got a couple copies of that. They were $8.98. And I'll say this is my note of the week about overpaying. Don't pay $20 for this. They're at Walmart's now. Hit up a pal. Get a deal on this. Don't go crazy paying $20, $30 when you can just go to Walmart. I know you have to go to Walmart. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, plenty of these are still out there. Plenty of them. So Nick Miller says, if you open them, there could be a King Thor 2 second print. And I know people are going nuts over that Thor stuff right now. The Donny Cates, anything Donny Cates is just going crazy. And it looks like, I'm just putting them side to side, it looks like one of the books are the same, which someone did tell me there was lenticular stuff in here. It looks like there's the same lenticular, and then I'd almost have to look up the border of what that King Thor looks like, because I can kind of see what the borders look like, at least on the side. So maybe we'll see what those look like at some point. And then I went and bought this one, the Wonder Woman 84. I think right now this is apparently Walmart exclusive. There's a particular issue, but it has a really nice Batgirl inside here. I believe it's the In-Hyuk Lee variant on there. So, yeah, I went ahead and got this. And the other 2 books in there, I've seen this one unpackaged several times on other channels, and every unpackaging seems to be the same books. So, yeah, I might just leave this one packaged for now as well. For some reason, when I bought these multi-packs, I just think long-term, if I get the multi-packs as a kid, it'd just be fun to have them packed in for whatever reason. So, I don't know. Sometimes I'm weird about wanting to open that stuff up. All right. So, like I said, I did visit a second half-price books while I was out of town. And first off, I do want to shout out Samuel David. What is going on, man? Thank you for joining the chat tonight. He always has that tasty-looking beverage there as his icon. Unfortunately, Nick Miller did not find his Thor number 2. I'm sure if you keep digging out there, they will be available. But I did get, this is the one half-price books. It's just a normal one. They have dollar bins, but they're on the bottom of the regular bins. And sometimes my back just says no to that. So paid a little bit more for some of these books, but even though I feel like they undercharged me for some, maybe I'm crazy. But anyway, got some variants here. House of X, issue 6 of 60, Foreshadowing variant edition. Kamen Coley variant on that. So I got this one for basically, I think, cover price. Yeah, so this was $5 for one of the variants. So I figured any variant of House or Powers of X for cover price or less is probably a pretty good deal. Obviously, the series was excellent. So I figured nothing else. I drove the hour, may as well get something cool for the way back. So I got that. Got this Mark Brooks X-Men number 1 variant for $4. Not sure if this is just a regular B or C cover or 1 in 10 or what have you, or a midnight variant. There's so many options nowadays, but just like that cover with Jean right in the middle there. So I thought that was awesome. So I picked it up for $4. Also got this for $4. Powers of 10, number 5. And this says it's cover 6. Just a cool Gambit cover with the cards and stuff. So once again, $1 under, actually, yeah, $1 under cover for this one. So I thought that was fun. I don't usually collect this type of stuff, but I thought this Joe Jusko cover was really awesome on the Oz Wonderland Chronicles #1. So don't usually collect these. Apparently it's a buymetoys.com exclusive. But I just thought that was a beautiful cover. So I went ahead and picked that up as well. It's got like, you know, Wonderland and some other girl getting attacked by a tiger. So always love Joe Jusko, though. If you can get his covers cheap, definitely worth it. Got this American Entertainment version of Men in Black #1. I don't know if this is like a first Men in Black in print or if it reprints something. I can't remember. But it's only $1.50. So I decided to go ahead and pick that up, even though the cover is not the greatest. It's that 90s art you guys know and love. So, yeah, Men in Black #1 from about when the movie came out. So, I was happy to get that. Anytime I find Turtles, it's going in the stack. Got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures #4. And oh, look at that. We may as well play the gimmick for you guys once tonight. I just forgot to do stand. There you go. We got a new stand on Turtles Adventures #4, which I'm pretty sure most of these are new stands anyway. But yeah, happy to find that for $1.50 because they almost always overcharge for anything Turtles. Usually it's like $3 or $4. But yeah, $1.50. That was a no-brainer for me right there. Got the New Titans issue 60, Lonely Place of Dying Part 2. Usually when it comes to the Lonely Place of Dying miniseries within this stuff or crossover, I see like all the Batman issues, but I never see the Titans one. So I was very happy to get this because, like I said, hey, you got two of my all-time favorite artists on this book, Perez and Tom Grummett. Like that, what a 1-2 punch. Not to mention Bob McLeod, Marv Wolfman working on the book as well. So a lot of great creators in this one, so I had to get that. Random J. Scott Campbell variant on Spider-Woman issue #6. Yeah, #6. So once again, if I can get cheap J. Scott Campbell, I usually buy it every time. And then the last one, I have the first issue of this series, and figured why not go ahead and get the second issue because it's only $2. Miracle Man #2, Alan Moore. I still have not read these. One day, I think that's going to be a Modern Men read, or just maybe I'll read it on here. Who knows? But I figured why not go ahead and grab issue 2 since I had already have issue 1 in the collection as well. So that pretty much concludes all the comics I bought last week. Besides the TMNT stuff, of course, which if you guys want to see that video was posted way back yesterday. So I got 2 mystery boxes, which turned out to be the exact same thing. They just weren't explicit on the website. Like you're buying these books and your signed book is the mystery pack. So yeah, if you guys need any Ninja Turtles first run from 30 on to 40, I have like 2, maybe even 3 copies of each. So hit me up, I guess, and we can make a deal. But yeah, if you guys want to see that haul, it's posted on the channel from yesterday. So let's get into the chat. And then we're going to talk some original art purchases here. So let's see what we got. Trying to think of where I left off. Nick Miller did say he bought 4 of those Walmart packs. He says he has to open them and need to know what's in there. Yeah, absolutely. I get that as well. He says Joe is legend. Whack Comics. What is going on, Whack Comics? Nice to see you in the chat as well. Is another one of my favorite guys in the community and Instagram. Wolf Blitz. If you guys see this guy in an auction, you may as well just stop bidding because he's going to win those books for wherever he wants. So Wolf Blitz, definitely one of the best book slingers out there, and he knows how to get a good deal as well and give a good deal too. So definitely happy to see you guys in the chat. But I actually obtained not 1 but 2 commissions last week. So very excited for that. So there's a guy commissions probably in June. I frequent some Facebook sketch groups. Pretty much the only reason I still have Facebook is messenger communication and the ability to see what people are paying for their sketches they're getting. So there was an artist by the name of Armando Ramirez who posted on one of the sketch groups that he was having a big sale. And I took him up on his offer. I was like, hey, would you draw this character? And he's like, oh, yeah, sure, absolutely. Probably. And he gave me a time frame, which I was very respectful of. And I was like, yeah, that's great. I have nothing but patience and time right now. So I asked him for Casey Jones. And yeah, this is what I got in return. So I got this awesome Casey Jones. And he promised he usually like does one color in the background. I feel pretty fortunate because he gave me 4 colors in the background, one for each of the turtles. So you got Raph, Leo, Don, and Mikey writing their names in graffiti behind Casey. So, and I kind of knew the art style I was getting out of this too, and I absolutely love it. So I was very excited when I saw him post a picture of this. And yeah, he sent it very fast once it was done. Came priority mail. So very happy with this Casey Jones sketch. So yeah, he's on Instagram if you guys want to hit him up. I don't know if he's still accepting commissions for the year or not. But he did have a summer sale to get this deal. So I was very happy with the result of this sketch. So Armando Ramirez, very awesome. And then the second one, like I said, I was heading up north because I heard Guy Gilchrist was going to be at the comic shop I visit like once every 3 months up there. So I was kind of thinking to myself, I was like, I may as well go visit this store. And it turned out he just happened to be there that day. So I just threw the book in the car just in case he was, doing sketches and books. I know right now with COVID, everything's kind of like an iffy situation. So, everything has to be like perfect and sanitized and everything. So, yeah, I was just like, are you doing sketches, books? Oh, yeah, I've already done sketches and books today. So luckily he's really approached. But as soon as I walked in the room, there's another guy chat with him in there. And we ended up chatting for probably like the first 20 minutes I was there. So he was just talking about everything from like binge watching stuff to Saturday morning cartoons to, how we absorb content nowadays. He's a very fascinating individual if you ever get a chance to talk to him. So after like 20 or 30 minutes of just chatting with him, he's like, oh, does anyone actually want anything? I'm like, you doing sketchbook commissions? It's obviously been a minute since I've got a sketchbook commission because there are no cons. So he's like, oh, absolutely. So I ended up, I had a few bucks to spend because I'm not paying money on con tickets or parking. So I said, screw it, I'll get something good. Because Guy Gilchrist, if you guys don't know him, he was the cartoonist for Jim Henson. He's done a lot of Muppets and then that classic animated style TMNT. And he had a lot of great prints and stuff there as well. I thought almost buying some of his pre-done work, but he didn't have this character, and he said it's been a long time since he drew this character. So I'm like, I'll take him up on his offer. So I got this Krang from Guy Gilchrist over the weekend. So just happy to get something in the book because, like I said, it's been since C2E2, of course, because that was like the last real con, I guess, if you will, where you could kind of go to a Comic-Con that was that big. Right now, it's kind of hard to get any artist to just, like, you have to mail your sketchbook and all that stuff. And USPS, FedEx, UPS, they're not touching this book. Are you kidding me? They would throw it and step on it and drop it and all that stuff. I will never put this book in the mail. So get the opportunity to get a sketch in this book, absolutely all day I'll take that opportunity. So I gotta love that Krang. So like I said, it's been a while since he had drew it. So there was a few things he kind of had to look up on his phone and stuff, especially like the color scheme. But I kind of like that he gave it his own unique style to it instead of, going by the animated style or what have you. I like these little cranks he put on the side that, Krang normally wouldn't have on like the action figure and stuff. But I absolutely thought that was amazing. So just very happy to get something in the book again because it has been too long. So, guys, that's pretty much my haul for this week. Let me get to the chat one more time, and then I got a couple plugs, and then we'll sign off here. But we'll be back sooner than most of you think, probably. So we got Nick Miller saying Wolf Blitz is always on point in those auctions. He absolutely is. Samuel David loves those sketches. Wolf Blitz says, you haven't bought much lately. Just sell a bit once in a while. Yeah, because right now it's kind of tough to buy books online. It really is. Everyone's at home with money to burn, apparently, because some of these books, they're going hot right now. Southern Comic Geek says, Guy Gilchrist is really nice. He drew me a turtle print for free last year. That's awesome, man. Glad you got a chance to meet him. Chris Barrett loves Krang. Nick Miller says, they're still talking about the auctions. We got the Art Chemist. What is going on, Arsenio? Nice to see you, man. He says, what did he miss? Just showing off some original art I got. Arsenio here is Armando Ramirez. Saw that he was giving deals away online, so I got that. And then, of course, we'll just show Krang one more time, because why wouldn't we show Krang one more time? So there we go. Got that Krang from Guy Gilchrist on Saturday. So like that I'm able to show off pieces of art like multiple weeks in a row. So, and the best thing is there's more coming on the way. So I've already got some Inktober sketches reserved from artists and that stuff. And then I showed the Christopher Castillo stuff. Wolfblood says, you get any more work from the guy who did the Moon Knight art? Yeah, if you on last week's episode and on my Instagram, you can go view it. I got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 1 cover recreation from him for a steal of a deal. So definitely check out my Instagram, Wolf Blitz. So I got those 2 big pieces from, I already got them framed downstairs. And last but certainly not least, in the chat, we got the Great Legend Show. What's going on, man? He is in the feed tonight. Sometimes you need the feed, though, if you know what I mean. Or only Legend probably knows what I mean. So, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and sign off with part 1 of my double feature here tonight in the chat. Hopefully I still have it queued up to paste here. I'm going to go ahead and drop a link in the chat. So save that link. In 30 minutes, we're going to be, is Comic Man Andy and 90 MFC. That's Chad 90 from 90 Miles from Comics. We're going to be back right here on this channel. We're going to be talking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the IDW run, volumes 2 and 3. We're finally going to get the ball rolling on reviewing the Turtle run. I'm very excited for that. So definitely stay tuned for this channel for the Turtles reviews. And tomorrow, I'm saying tomorrow, so I own myself up and making the video in the morning and getting it posted. Maybe I'll even make it tonight if I stay up late enough. We're doing a contest because it's been way too long since I've done a contest on this channel. I'm getting pretty close to 500, but I don't want to wait for 500. I want to give away some books now because I have the time to figure out and organize and figure out what I want to give away. And there's going to be a prize this big. So medium flat rate box. You guys know how I do my contest. If you've seen my 100 and 200 subscriber contest, usually at this point, I just get a medium flat rate box, and if comics keep fitting in, I just keep throwing stuff in. So usually I start off with like 20 books, and then I'll just start throwing random things in. Like, what was this thing earlier? The Venom 25, people like, yep, it's in the box now. So that's how it works. So I'll probably run it until November 1st because it's going to coincide with the October Read segment I'm going to have coming up on this channel as well. Where I'm going to attempt to review a Halloween or horror-themed comic every day in the month of October. So we're going to wrap that into the contest as well. So definitely tune in to see how you can win a priority box or 2 or 3 from me, because depending on the rules and the fun we're going to have, I might not even stop at 1 box because I just have way too much stuff. I get this stuff for like 20 cents or $1. I don't need all this stuff. I may as well give some of it back. So once again, stay tuned tomorrow as well. I'll post a giveaway video at some point. But we got J Hood Creative. What is going on, man? This guy, one of my favorite Saturday live shows out there. We also got Comic Mag Musings. What is going on? Once again, I've got to run, guys, to get ready for the next live stream. But stay tuned to this channel for Turtle Tuesday. It's Tubular Man. Cannot wait to see you guys there. Until next time, take care. And dude, stand